Thank you, Maranya. What will be your 100 days in office be?
In the 100 days, Honorable Chairman, first of all is to streamline the cases that are in court and other possible cases that may come in. And for the reason that I'm finding myself also manning the docket of public service, as we speak, Honorable Chairman, that department needs a lot of cleansing in terms of the welfare of the members of staff, because as we speak, and I know this is privy to so many members of this house, the executive is running a disgruntled team of employees. A disgruntled team of employees, most of them, their welfare is not anything that has been of concern to anybody. So the salaries have been delayed for a number of months. So we shall endeavor to enter into MOUs with the financial institutions, create a better or a good or a favorable working conditions for them. Health insurance was an issue, Honorable Chairman. Those are issues that I will seek to address. And then immediately after I have addressed those issues, then I will put them to task on matters performance. We shall devise ways of introducing issues such as appraisal, performance contracting, and so many, so that now, to whom much is given, much will be expected. At least make the public service something, run in an efficient manner, and also provide, most important is provide a good environment for them to work on. Then after that, of course, you raise demands of performance and all that.
What would be your take on these illegal imposed members that are in office and they are supposed to be vetted by the assembly? There is a procedures are not being followed. What would be your take on that?
Honorable Chairman, first of all, engaging an individual to work for county government, or any government for that matter, it must be procedure. It must follow the due procedure. And in law, we say that a substance that has got a faulty procedure is like somebody without a leg who cannot stand. If the procedure was faulted, if the procedure was not followed to the strict sense, then definitely you cannot start, your employment cannot start. So we shall have a review. We shall have a review of how you were engaged. Then if a certain procedure was flouted, then definitely it will affect the substratum of your employment, it will affect the substance of your job. So definitely we shall not, if we establish as a matter of fact that you are not engaged in the right procedure, we'll have to be sorry, Honorable Speaker. We'll have to be sorry because your appointment will be not within the strict sense of the law.
Thank you. Okay, Manya, yes, Honorable this.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Maranya, I have one question for you.
Yes.
The executive arm of Meru County has been numerously been flagged by the Office of the Control of Budget for maintaining a manual payroll and spending significantly on personal enrollment and the manual payroll. What strategies will you put in place to stand this expenditure and the manual payroll?
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. First of all, the manual payroll is something that is, let me not use the word is outlawed, because it is allowed to exist for a very limited period of time. In fact, the manual payroll should only be in place for not more than 3 months, awaiting the production of the personal numbers, so that once the personal numbers are established, you feed such stuff into the IPPD. So if you see an individual who maintains a manual payroll for a period more than 2 months or at most 3 months, remember there's something fishy. There's a fishy deal that's happening. Because how long does it take to generate a personal number for you to input those people, those particular personnel, into the IPPD? So the longest I shall maintain manual payroll is for the newly employed members of staff awaiting inputting their details or the generation of their personal numbers and inputting it into the IPPD. The moment, if I take up the job and you find out that I'm maintaining this one for more than 5 years, please investigate me, because there will be something fishy that I'll be doing.
Thank you, Honorable Agnes. Yes, Honorable Mwandaithiri.
Congratulations, Wakili Maranya.
Thank you.
My question is, what do you think of this county where we have increase in wage bill, yet the people who are leaving service? So what do you think about it? Because every day we hear about wage bill, yet there are people who are exiting service through death, through retirement, and so many other ways of exiting service.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The question of wage bill is a question that started off with devolution in the 2013, because upon transiting from the county council to now the county government, unfortunately, all the county governments in the entire country inherited a big backlog of human labor from emanating from the county councils. Upon inheriting, and then we ended up also recruiting more into the service. So eventually, there was a serious question of wage bill, and this is unfortunately affecting the entire country. But I believe this is a problem that we need to have our own homegrown solutions, because it's an inherent problem that we need to have our own homegrown solution. Because if we talk of, we can't finish it within a day. Because as we speak now, even as much as the wage bill is too high, we have shortages of ECD teachers, health workers, extension officers, and so many others. So my solution to this problem is an homegrown solution, whereby we increase the revenue allocation. Because we won't get, this will not be solved by the national government. It will still continue in the manner it is until we resolve it ourselves by increasing the local revenue collection. Because I remember in 2013, the first government, our local revenue projection was around 1.2 billion. We've never realized anything close to that. If we are able to realize our local revenue collection, the local revenue collection projection, then we'll be able to use our own resources to reduce that wage bill from this percentage to slightly a smaller percentage. Because I can assure you, it will only be resolved by our own. Otherwise, it will remain a recurring issues at the national government. But it's a problem that we inherited, not only the Meru County government, but ourselves. Because at some point, the county councils did not have sergeant at arms, for example, did not have the legal officers. When the county assemblies and county governments came, there was a compelling reason to engage such people. Despite the fact that you had inherited a huge number of workforce from the defunct local authorities, you still had to engage specialized. You can't do without. Like, for example, even now, I know the county government is thinking about extending the services in the Department of Health, the agriculture, and all that are understaffed, despite the fact that there is a wage bill, there is a question of wage bill. So our solution will be purely homegrown. And the only solution will be by increasing the local revenue to meet the projection that is usually in the budget, within our budget estimates.
Thank you, Kirimanya. Yes, Honorable Mbiuki.
So, on the issue of punitive transfers or irregular transfers, because we have seen instances where transfers are done arbitrarily. You find that maybe someone is a specialized, maybe a water engineer is transferred to road. Somebody who is in the planning department at the headquarters is transferred as an administrator in a dispensary. Those punitive transfers, how do you address them? Then at the same time, we have instances where we have junior officers ending departments commanding the senior officers. How do you address those, Mr. Maranya?
I will address it in two folds. First, I will ensure there is a professionalism in the public service, because I've witnessed this one, a complete lack of professionalism in terms of the public service. You find there's a serious tension between member of the county assembly and a ward administrator or a sub-county administrator. Because we've never experienced a tension or an infight between a member of parliament and a DCC. So we'll have a clear-cut responsibilities of our officers who are on the ground. For example, a member of the county assembly has his responsibilities. I wouldn't see a situation whereby ward administrator or sub-county administrator is going to conflict with an elected member of the county assembly or member of or parliament. We'll have to put them, because we'll have to put them clearly that they are assistive personnel to assist these local leaders, either the member of parliament in their locality where they are serving, and also member of the county assembly, the area member of the county assembly where they are serving. So we instill some element of professionalism, that if you're acting as an extension officer, you are not like a watchdog to the member of parliament. You are not a watchdog to the member of the county assembly. So if you instill professionalism, there will be a serious reduction. There will be a quite reduction of conflict that may brew the bad blood. Number two, we'll also endeavor to act professionally as the employer or as the department. The department. We will, for example, will not see a situation whereby we are ignoring the advisories of the board. We are ignoring everybody. We are playing politics with the members of staff. So, but definitely, if you streamline the working condition, you create distinct roles. Then there will be no issues of conflict between anybody within the department. You are serving as a lawyer, just come and do your work as a lawyer. Forget about the rest, forget about politics within the establishment and all that.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable KUTHUJA.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is, Mr. Maranya, there has been a serious grabbing of public land
Yes.
in our wards. I may not be able to quote the specific word, but it has been experienced by many in Meru County. And for example, like in MUTUMA, there is a person who grabbed the markets in MUTUMA town. And there is a live case in the court. So the question is that how will you assist that case in court to end, because it was established that there are some senior people behind, so they are stopping the justice to be realized. And again, in Antubetwe, there is a market which was set for the animals, and it was grabbed with the assistance from some people in the county government. And when we go to the departments, in the Department of the Trade, we are advised that we sought legal actions so that we are able to be able to at least to overturn what is being effected by those people. So the question is, how are we going to advise the department on how to recover those grabbed land?
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. I will not go to the specific of that particular case of MUTUMA, because my law firm has been representing some individuals in that one. It's quite a big issue, so I will not address it specifically. But in respect to the public land, The reason as to why we have individuals grabbing public land is because the county government also became a little bit more lazy or indolent on public land. The public land runs idle. They run idle, so they now attract they attract the land grabbers. For example, you go to a major town like here in Meru town, and you find the county government land or the public or the trust land or the public land is the one that looks deserted. So those with the appetite for land, they develop some appetite towards that abandoned land. So what I will advise the Department of Land is to first of all map out all the public lands, including public land within the villages, within the hinterland. Map them out, single them out, have a directorate that clearly says that we have a land we have a public land, how many number of public land within this particular ward or this location or this sub-location, such that now from there you are able to protect it. But the moment you leave it, or there's individuals sitting on it, then at some point it becomes like their right. It almost becomes like their right, and you've stayed you have occupied that public land for like 20 years. Your kids have been born within that public land, illegally occupying. They'll be born that land. So eventually, if you come to evict them, it will be an uphill task. It will be an uphill task. But the moment you clearly map them out, even if you are sitting on it, then you are sitting on it on a serious arrangement such as a lease arrangement. So it starts from there. But the moment we leave it open and idle, definitely it will attract some people claiming it.
Thank you, Wakili Maranya. I want to give you 2 minutes. You are parting short to this committee on appointment.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Let me thank this committee. Let me thank the members of this committee for having time to listen to me. And let me assure you that if in the event you approve my nomination, I will not disappoint the members of this assembly. I have worked here before. I know what it entails. I have the knowledge. I have the clue. I have the experience, and I have the networks in respect to legal department and public service. I know what I'm going to do. I know that the county assembly and county executive works in cooperation and consultation, even as much as they are said to be distinct. I know what it feels when you call a member of a county executive requesting for a statement, summoning him to shed light on something, and that person does not appear. Because I have been this one in the past where you travel all the way to Nairobi to meet a certain member of the county executive with documents, and either that person does not show up, it is serious contempt, he does not show up, or if he shows up without any document that will create an assistive role to the county assembly, yet you work on a strict timeline to produce a report or give us a report that's needed for the consumption of all, either the members of the public or whoever requires that. So in other words, I'm giving you an assurance, a commitment that I know what it takes and I will deliver that which it takes.
Thank you, Wakili Maranya. Honorable Agnes, please ensure that you get this document and also you see him off.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Ukiri, can we have Kaveria? Thank you. Welcome, Reverend Caro Kaberie. Karibu. Yes, have a seat. Benson, please administer the oath.
I, Reverend Caroline Kaberia, do solemnly swear that the information I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you, Caro. Thank you. Welcome, Caro. Benson, please can you take the document and then hand over them to Naito for verification. Caro, we shall have a brief introduction from the members of the committee. That's the committee on appointment. Then we shall have friends of the committee. And then we shall have the staff, and then we proceed on our Naito, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Frida Naito, specially elected by UDA and a member of the committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Douglas Mutel, MCA of Central, a member of the committee.
I'm Kenya Mona, representing Nyakist and a member of this committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and I'm Martin Kimadi Muriungi, a member of this committee, and I represent Timor Ward.
I'm Motembe Biuki, representing the people of Gorge West, and a member of this committee.
Mandai Dile, representing the Ward Lindo Minority, and a member of this committee.
Good morning, Madam Caro. I'm Agnes Karimi Guantai, specially elected by Bas Party and a member of this committee. Congratulations on your appointment.
Grace Gambra Dranera, a member of this committee, nominated by Bas Party. Welcome, Reverend.
Karim.
I'm Karimi Kilingo, specially elected by the PNU party. Congratulations, Reverend, and I'm a friend of this committee.
My name is Stephen Gakula Chepere, MCA KUTHUJA Ward, a friend of this committee.
Good afternoon. My name is Benson Kinyo. I serve the legal office.
I'm Chebas MUTUMA, Assistant Committee Clerk.
I am Isaiah Mbijiwe, Answered Officer.
Christine Moiti, Research Officer.
I am Mary Katwiri Ndege, the clerk in charge of the committee.
Ali Mwenda, MCAG Award, Deputy Speaker, County Assembly.
Thank you, and I won the chair committee on our appointment. Carol, I'll give you at least 2 minutes to give us some brief history of yourself.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and the honorable members of this committee. I'm Reverend Caroline Kaberia, born and raised in Bode constituency, a place called Kerua, and I work with the Methodist Church in Kenya as a Methodist minister. I have served the church for over 25 years as a clergy, and at the same time, I teach at Kenya Methodist University as part-time lecturer, which has really given me good experience, as I have been interacting with members of other faculties and also interacting with the students. And currently, I'm serving the church at Idura Circuit. I've also been involved in the community work. I've been a BOM member of different schools, including Tinyaine Day Secondary School, where I have served as a chairperson for 2 terms. I've also served as a BOM member, Moronkanga Day Secondary School, for 2 terms. And currently, I am a BOM member of Kerua Boys High School. I've also served the community in other capacities. I remember in the year 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and 4, I served as a member of constituency AIDS Control Council back then in Isiolo County, where I was serving as a clergy. I've also served Christian Health Association of Kenya as a volunteer trainer in family planning and adolescent reproductive health. I've done that work for over 10 years as a volunteer. And also, I do other things other than doing the pastoral work in the church. I'm a business lady, I'm a farmer, and I do those things that are common to a common Meru woman. So basically, that is who
Which are those
I
common
am.
things, Carol?
Which are these so many
Like
things?
attending Othoni, those stuff.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I do those.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Carol.
Yes.
Carol, what makes you believe that you are the best fit and candidate for this position? And also, what experiences do you think that will be able to guide you to be a good CEC committee member in this particular docket of trend?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I feel and I believe that I'm the best suited candidate for this docket because, number one, I have a vast experience having worked in a university, and even now I'm still doing that. I've been able to interact with the Department of Business Administration. I've interacted with them, and we have been talking with them on a daily basis. So this gives me quite advanced knowledge on business. And number two, I am also a cooperative member. I belong to circles and other cooperative movements. And number 3, I believe that this is a docket that touches the common mwananchi. The common mwananchi who is a trader in the market, a common mwananchi who experiences the normal challenges of life, and therefore I feel that I have the experience to encourage them, to mentor them, to provide the necessary trading conducive environment, and especially in the market, so that they can be able to perform and to do their businesses well.
Thank you, Carol. Yes, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, our Chairperson, Committee on Appointment, Reverend Carol. I want to congratulate you for your nomination as the CECM Trade, Tourism and Cooperatives. Mine is a simple question concerning Meru National Park. Now, you are aware Amboseli National Park is currently being managed by the Kajiado County government. As the CCM in charge, what measures can you put in place to ensure that the management of Meru National Park is transferred under Meru County government to increase on our own source revenue as a county?
Okay,
thank you. Yes, Carol.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members. I appreciate the challenges that are there with our Meru National Park. Number 1, I'll be able to liaise through the governor with the national government so that they can be able to transfer, so that Meru National Park can be able to be managed by the county government of Meru. Number 2, I know that there are so many challenges, so I'll be able to liaise with the Department of Loans, because we know that the loans there are impassable, and so it is difficult for tourists to come there. And then number 3, I will be able to do marketing, to market our Meru National Park through print media, through social media. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Yes, Honorable Mbioki.
Thank you, Reverend, and congratulations. It's good that you are born here, you've grown here, but you'll appreciate that in terms of tourism, it's like we are doing very badly, and the previous regime has not made any attempt to revive the tourism sector. I'm giving a case example of the former Kiraito's regime and attempted to open up Mount Kenya Lake as a tourist attraction. There was also an attempt to open up Lake Nkunga to tourism. But the moment the regime went, those facilities are still very idle, and this could be a very good source of revenue to this county. So what attempt would you put in place to revive the same?
Thank you, Mbioki. Yes, on Carol.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and the honorable members. I appreciate that with the former regime, very little has been done concerning tourism. And allow me to say that given the chance to be a CC in this docket, number 1, I'll be able to revive. I'll go back and look and see what the regime of Governor Kiraito and done concerning this tourist site, and I'll be able to carry from there where they left, and so I'll be able to improve the facility. I know that something has been done at Nkonga, a lot has been done, and I take it, given chance, that I'll be able to improve from where the last regime of Keraito and left.
Thank you, Caro. Is Grace Kambura. Grace Kambura.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Reverend, for being nominated for many associates of tourism. You have said that you will start where the former regime you start where the former regime had started already. How will you improve how will you empower the women in the Meru County and the youth?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Grace. I knew you'll argue for the women, Carol. You are Reverend, and she fondly found you as a Reverend now. She is very spiritual and very particular on women. And you are one who she has asked, what do you say? Cultural day for women, something like that?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. As part of improving tourism in Meru County, I will labor to make sure that we create cultural centers where women and the youth can be involved, as it happens in other counties. And so I believe with this, then the women and the youth will be able to benefit through the cultural sites, and also making sure that whatever resources that are gotten from this are able to benefit the common mwananchi of the area.
What do you think of a cultural week for Meru community? Do you think it's something that is good for the Meru community to have at least a cultural week, 1 week in a year?
Yes.
What do you do to ensure that one becomes applicable?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members. I will labor to make sure that we start a cultural week. Number one, we will require resources, and therefore I will record upon this house to allocate resources for that, because we cannot just have a cultural week without resources. And also we will be able to look at our area the way it is. What is that which can be able to benefit the people of Meru?
Thank you, Karo. Yes, Honorable Agnes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Reverend Karo, I have 2 questions for you. Number one, what strategies would you propose to enhance trade opportunities and economic growth in Meru County? And number 2, since you told us you are a cooperator, I want you to tell us what initiative you would implement to support and strengthen cooperatives in Meru County.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, sir, come again, the first one.
Sorry, Carol. What strategies would you propose to enhance trade opportunities and economic growth in Meru County?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. and the honorable members, the strategies that I will put in place to make sure that the traders are able to do their work. Number one is to improve the conditions of the market, to make sure that we have a conducive environment for the traders. Number two, it is to market for their produce, to look for market for their produce, because basically that is the work of this docket, to look for the market. And also liaise with the national government so that we can be able to get a market. And also, number four, to try and see whether the small business, the SMEs, are able to get loans so that they can be able to improve their businesses.
Thank you, Carol. Carol, I want to give you 2 minutes. What do you wish to tell this committee on appointment as a parting shot?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and the honorable members. Number one, I appreciate the nomination by His Excellency, the Governor of Meru County. Number two, I want to appreciate this committee for giving me a chance to come before you. And number three, I urge you to allow me to become the CEC in this department. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. They have heard you. Now I request Honorable Muna to ensure that you get back your document and also escort you. You know himself is a tourist attraction. With the wrong beard. You can start now advertising from there. Yes, he was my student. So I'm sure you'll not be offended. Yes, Honorable Muna, please do that.
No offense, Mr. Speaker. No offense at all. Actually, an archive.
Where's Mukiri? Mukiri, please let us have the next nominee, Esther, Dr. Daktari Esther Kario, karibu. Yes, karibu, karibu. Are you Kario or Kario? Put on the mic.
I was crying throughout. You know, in Meru kwaria ni ile kutengeneza mchenga kwa mawe. So wakanipea hiyo jina sababu ya kulia.
I was excited with that name because my late mother was called Kiario.
It was a
and
nickname.
It's almost similar. Yes, welcome Daktari Hester, Benson, please, and Mr. Leoth.
I, Dr. Esther Kario Tobirith Rukunga, do solemnly swear that the information I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and that nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you, Benson. Daktari Esther. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
You be close to the mic. Thank you, Daktari. Now I want us to do a brief introduction. And we have the members of the committee, and then you have friends of the committee, and then we conclude with the staff. And I will start with Honorable Grace Cambra.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and the Honorable CC. For the records, I'm Grace Cambra, nominated by Bass Party. I'm a member of this committee.
I'm Tebe Mbiuki, Egoju West, a member of this committee.
I'm Wanda Idile, Akethe Ward, Lindo Minority Party, and a member of this committee.
Agnes Karemi Gwantai, specially elected by Bas Party and a member of this committee. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Muna.
Nicholas Kinyomuna Josephat, MCA Nyakist, and a member of this committee.
I'm Patrick MUTUMA, MCA Kisima Majority Leader, and a member of this party committee.
And I'm Martin Kimathi Muriungi, a member of this committee.
Good afternoon. I'm Karimi Kilingo, specially elected by the PNU party. I'm a friend to this committee.
Catherine Kamathi, nominated, a friend of the committee.
Good afternoon. My name is Benson Kenyu. I represent the legal office.
I'm Chairman MUTUMA, Assistant Committee Clerk.
Isaiah Bijewa, Answered Officer.
Christine Mweti, Research Officer.
Meru Tv, the clerk in charge of the committee.
Limonda MCA Award, Deputy Speaker, County Assembly of Meru.
Thank you, DS Esther, once again, welcome. And I've seen that you have been nominated to this particular docket of education, science, and cultural arts.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a professional teacher. What expertise do you believe that you have that is propel this the ACD and the vocational centers now into centers of excellence in Meru County?
This, thank you, is excellent. Thank you, His Excellency the Chair, Honorable the Chair. I stand to be corrected.
Honorable Speaker.
The
or
Speaker.
Honorable Chair.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for correction.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You've asked me what I brought to this committee to prove that I fit in the docket of CEC, education, science, culture, and art. First of all, may I say I'm a teacher by profession. And being a teacher by profession, I automatically qualify to have passed through ECD to secondary, a college, university, and some other tertiary institutions. I'm confident. I've taught for many years, and I've dealt with many professionals, especially in education section and also in culture, and that one makes me qualify to be one of those members who have experience in education and culture. Yes.
Thank you, Daktari. Yes, yes.
Dr. Esther, congratulations for your nomination to the post of CEC Education, Science, Culture, and Arts. Now, I'll divert from what my senior said. Mine is simple. But the docket that you're going to hand has an aspect of science. Then there's the aspect of culture. And there's the aspect of arts. Now, as a CEC in charge, what measures or strategies will you come up with to promote issues, science and technology in Meru County? Culture. Now, culture now, you can relate culture and tourism, and then arts in 2 minutes maybe.
Thank you, DS. Yes, Daktari.
Thank you very much. And first of all, I'll start with science. The issues I'll tackle on the science, first of all, I have to consult widely with my colleagues, especially the leaders, the youth, so that we can start together. Your Honor, this work is not for one person. It needs a lot of consultation. Your Honor, I'll go to these young members of our community, that is the youth. I consult with them, I sit down with them, either in the meetings or in public barazas. They tell me what they have in mind before I start implementing other things which I have. On the culture part of it, Meru is a dynamic county of different cultures. And in particular, in the ECD part of it, there are things which we are supposed to do. For example, things which will promote culture. For example, there are some songs, there are some items which we can do and make it promote our culture. I can also start cultural centers all the way from the wards. That means from each ward we get cultural activities. If I may set an example, cultural activities, we practice, we make it a competition, then from there we proceed to the county, and not from the county, before we reach the county, we go to the sub-county, then we come to the county. And finally, to my thinking, just the way it happens with the drama and other activities in the primaries or secondaries, we come with our activities to our Excellency, the Governor. We present it as we do present in the national government. The same case applies to art. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Esther. Dr. Esther, what will be 100 days be in office, assuming that there is a committee finds you suitable for that position, and then they do the approval hearing, and then you are sworn in and now as a CEC? What will the 100 days look like? Will we see any change, or we still have the same atmosphere the way it is?
Thank you, His Honorable, Honorable Speaker. If this committee gives me a chance for this seat or docket, my first 100 days, I'll start with the ECD. The first one, I'll engage the members of county assembly so that we can implement the issue about the feeding program. Honorable Speaker, you know ECD is a school for learners who are from homes. And most of them may come in school without even breakfast. Or they may come because they are used to taking a lot of food at home. So when they come there, taking them telling them to stay in school for maybe from 8 to either 12 without getting something, it will be almost very hard, if I may say. So within my 100 days, the feeding program will be part of my recommendation. Secondly, I will also look at the ECD teachers. I know most of the schools, not most, some schools have not enough teachers. I will make sure through the parliament, the county assembly, through the county assembly, I will make sure ECD teachers in those ECD centers where we don't have enough teachers, they get employed. The other issue is about...
Dr.
Yes.
Are you sure within 90 days you will be able to set through in office, engage the county assembly, have a budget, and employ the teachers? Is it possible?
It's honorable. That is why I have not said it's a must. It's just something which may or may not.
Thank you. Continue.
Only it may or may not.
Okay.
Yes, it's okay. So, on the cultural part of it, because the ministry has culture, it has science, it has education. On the cultural part of it, as I had highlighted later, earlier, I will look at groups of people who have cultural, who have enough information about culture so that we can return our culture back to Meru. And this one, we can start, because 90 days or 100 days are few for me, we can start it from the location level. Maybe after that, we can go ahead up to county or any other level. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Esther. Yes, Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir. Esther, congratulations for being appointed to this position. I'm a teacher by profession. I know that is a plus to teachers. So I have only a few questions that I have to ask you, maybe 2 or 3. First one is that when you go to other counties, ECD teachers have scheme for service, but we in Meru, we don't have one. So what's your plans about coming with one so that you can help those ECD teachers? Then the second question is that, in education, the most important thing, or the basic one, is the people, that the student, the teachers, and the classes. In some of our schools, we know they are near closure because the population. Siku hizi ni kama watu hataki watoto. That's what I'm trying to mean. How will you address that? Another one is about teachers. We don't have enough ECD teachers in our schools. Most of them, they have what you call the PTA teachers, and some of the school parents cannot be able to pay, so you have don't have enough teachers. So what your plan about that issue? Another one is about the classes. Most of the schools, they don't have enough classes, or some of them, they don't have those classes. So what are your plans about improving the education environment? That's my 2 questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Majority. Dr. Esther, you know you're a teacher, and you ask a student a question, and also you allow the student to answer the question. Now, everything goes through the chair. So now, I allow you now to answer the question.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable
MUTUMA Lindo Majority.
Yeah.
And a colleague in the profession.
Okay.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. You've asked me about the scheme of service for ECD teachers. As I had told this house, the first thing which I usually do, I don't do something alone, and I have to consult. So the first thing I'll do is call teachers, ECD teachers in various sub-counties. I'll call them according to their sub-counties. We discuss what exactly they want. Because I may tell them something which I want, then when it is passed, it backfires. So the first thing I'll do is consulting my teachers. I ask for their opinions. Then after consulting them, I also consult other leaders, especially in the education sector. I compare maybe whatever they want with other sub-counties, with other counties I mean, so that I can get the real picture of what they want. Then from there, I'll bring it to you, my honorable MCAs, so that you can also advise me, because you have it in mind and you know better than me.
Thank you, Dr. Esther. Esther, I want to give you 2 minutes. What you do is to tell this Honorable Committee on Appointment.
Kindly.
Honorable Esther, I've given you 2 minutes.
Chair.
I've given directions, Honorable Majority, please.
Thank you.
Yes, please continue. I've given you 2 minutes. What you do is to tell this committee.
Sorry?
You are parting short. What you do want to tell this committee?
Sorry.
This is the committee on appointment.
Yes.
That is vetting you.
Yeah.
What is your parting shot to them? Do you have anything? I want to release you. Before you go, do you want to tell them anything? If you don't have anything to say, it's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. For me, what I want to request the committee, I'm ready to work diligently for the Meru County, for the benefit of Meru County. I know Meru is my home county, and I know education is very vital to every member in Meru. Therefore, my opinion or my request is for the members to pass me, and if they pass me, I'm ready to work with everybody in the county so that we can uplift the standard of education, the standard of culture in our county, and also art and science. So, you are honorable and the other honorable members, I will request you to pass me so that we can work together and come out as a working group and assist the Meru people and those people who are looking at us from other counties. We make them understand that we are hardworking people in Meru. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ricario. I will now request the Honorable Leader of Majority, a fellow colleague in the profession of teachers, to ensure that you get the document and also you escort you. Thank you. Thank you, honourable members. Mukiri, can we have the other nominee? Honourable members, welcome. Welcome, Monica. Karibu. Benson, please administer the oath.
I, Monica Kadhono, do solemnly swear that the information I shall give before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth. So help me God.
Thank you, Benson. Also ensure that you give those documents to NITA for verification purposes. Yes, welcome, Monica, for this vetting process. And we are briefly going to do our introduction to the members of the committee, friends of the committee, and also the staff. I will start with the Honorable Giris Kambura.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Grace Kambura Dronira, nominated by passport. I'm a member of this committee.
A member of this county or a member of this committee?
Yeah? I'm a member.
Yes, Honorable Aaron.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Harun Turanera, MC Abogeta East, Chair Planning and I'm a friend of this committee. Sorry, thank you, Speaker.
I'm Mutembe Mbiuki, MCA Gorge West. I'm a member of this committee.
Mandadile, MCA Kidi Ward, leader minority, and a member of this committee.
Good afternoon, Madam Governor. I'm Agnes Karimi Gwantai, specially elected by Bas Party and a member of this committee. Congratulations.
I'm Frida Naito, special elected by UTA, a member of the committee.
Douglas Motea, MCA, Abo Central Ward, a member of the committee.
Nicholas Kinyoa Mona Josephat, member of this committee representing Yakist.
Martin Kimathi Muriongi, a member of this committee.
Patrick MUTUMA, MCA Kisima Majority Leader, a member of this committee.
Salom Mutuambas nominee, friend of the committee.
I'm Karimi Kilingo, specially elected by PNU. I'm a friend to this committee, and congratulations, my sister.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Stephen Ngakula Chebere, MCA KUTHUJA Ward, and a friend of this committee.
Kamadi Catherine, friend to the committee.
Benson.
Good afternoon. My name is Benson Kenyo. I represent the legal office.
I am Isaiah Bijiwe, Hansard officer.
Christine Mweti, research officer.
Meru Tv, the clerk in charge of the committee.
Ali Mwenda, MCA Jiawa, Deputy Speaker, County Assembly.
Thank you, DS, and Mayuru Bundi, Chair, Committee on Appointments. Again, Monica, welcome to this committee. And Monica, I'll give you 2 minutes to introduce yourself to this committee.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Monica Kadono. I'm a CPA K holder and a member of ISPAC. I'm currently pursuing a PhD in finance. I have a Bachelor of Commerce in finance and also Masters in finance. I have an experience of 24 years, 2.5 being Meru County. And in all the years I've worked in finance, I began as a clerk and I grew until to the position I was, or I currently am, for the committee or executive member.
Thank you, Monica. Monica, we vetted you again here as a CC Finance. For those 2.5 years, mostly for 1 year, you are 1.5 years in finance department. Then the last for probably 1 year, you have been in the runs and physical planning. In those particular, for example, 1.5 years, What changes can you really elaborate to this committee and appointment? Also, I know the people of Meru are also watching live. What are really the achievements that you can be able to say that you are at least being able to do with the finance department that have really benefited the people of Meru and the people of Kenya Tranche?
Thank you, Chair, Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to thank the committee for the first time previously, that is 2022, the opportunity they gave, and I made my promises. And according to me, I have achieved. First, I have worked on making hospitals cashless. When I started my work in the finance, the hospitals were collecting 230 million. They have rose up to the last financial year was 620, almost tripling. And that was also in the Gazette and in the control of budget. And the reason I worked on the hospital for the cashless, it is the opportunity I saw in the hospitals, that the hospital can sustain themselves. And that money, they are able to plough back and use, and that's what happens up to today. And it was campus because you can imagine opening all the accounts for the hospitals and the M-Pesa number, but because of the collaboration and good working relationship with the staff, we were able to achieve that. And I look forward to complete, because it is in that way, and also planned because for hospital, because there's a big opportunity to get revenue from the hospital, especially if we equip. The first phase was to make it cashless. The second phase is to equip the hospitals and also improve on staffing so that now we can get more revenue from the hospitals. That's not enough. I just left a launch of the cashless for the whole Meru County that now I never got the opportunity to implement. Apart from that, I motivated the staff. For example, when I joined the department, only 3 procurement staff were registered. But I encouraged them to register, and currently I believe all the procurement staff, they are registered. And that's what has been even hailing, even in the department I've been in lands for lack of registered professionals. But I've been encouraging that to be happening. I also worked on the pending bills. I remember I paid almost over 400 million pending bills. They reduced that, however, that did not continue. And I also look forward to continuing because it is possible to do without pending bills. In the Department of Lands, I concentrate on finance only?
No.
Okay.
What have you also been able to do in that department that you are in?
Yeah, in the Department of Lands, I've worked so much on upgrading of the urban centers. For example, the ongoing Mekindori municipality, I've been at the forefront of doing public education, civic education for the Nkovo municipality. We are currently, for example, I have worked on the review of the charters from both the Maua and Meru, and also as the honorable members, you know where we are with the municipality, the KUPSI money that is coming from the partnership. I've worked really very hard to make sure that we are meeting the conditions. I've worked on upgrading the slums. When I went to the department, as I've mentioned on the issue of the professional, having professional registered engineers and planners and all that, we had a program called KISIP. And we almost lost the money because we didn't have a professional registered engineer. I was able, out of my interpersonal skills, communication and negotiation, and collaboration with the other stakeholders to work with the KURA. I worked on an MOU that was approved by the cabinet, and we were able to get a seconded engineer. And that's how we were able to secure a program of 250 million that is ongoing. I've also worked with the core that is implementing the Donu technology, and the partnership, they are very happy. We have trained over 1,200 beneficiaries. We have done a road for 27 kilometers, a lot of partnership. I'm just doing in brief. By now, I have 5 partners I'm working with, or the department is working with, and that was not witnessed before. We have a GIS lab that is awaiting. This week, we are under training with other counties that were benefiting. So, in terms of partnership and implementation, I've really sustained and even improved. We have done a lot of together with the staff, we have done many proposals that are awaiting approval, and some are approved, awaiting implementation, that are going to benefit. On top of that, I've worked on civil education, especially in matters of lands. This year alone, we have been able to do 4 clinics, and that one is because I reached out, from our partner FAO to facilitators. So we have done for the 4 regions, each region 1, and it was so successful. And I've continued. I've done several public participation, more than 20. I think most of your ones I've done together with the member of assembly. They have been. The recent was from Honorable Mutia, and also from Betungo.
Okay, thank you. Monica, yes, and yes.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, our Speaker. Congratulations, Madam Monica Kadono, for your nomination for the post of CEC, Finance, Economic Planning, and ICT. I just have 2 concerns that I would wish you address. I'm concerned about the Meru Revenue Board. Now, as the CEC in charge of finance, what measures would you take in place to ensure there is integration of ICT financial systems? Number 1, to improve efficiency and accountability. And also anchor your answer on that issue of Meru Revenue Board. If you walk across at night, there's a lot of cash collection, right? I guess you know that. How sure are we that the money that is being collected across all these barriers along the road gets back to the county for its intended purposes? And the last one, I've received a message here from a concerned citizen of the land. They are saying information to be clarified by CECM Finance, Madam Kadon. 1, there is a 15 million for human resource management system. You respond to that. I think the person who is asking the same is watching. Number 2, they are saying fleet system, 19 million. And the third one, there is something about silver spread, 8 million. Since it's a concerned residents of the land, and I guess the person is watching right now, you can respond to that.
Thank you. Yes, Monica.
Thank you, Chair. Answering for Honorable Mwenda Hadi. You have asked about the integration of the ICT for the Meru Revenue Board, and that was my focus, to make Meru cashless. And I successfully began with the hospital. Then we went to other revenue streams. And I've said I just left the way I've launched the system. I didn't get the chance to implement. I know what I require to do is to form an enforcement team that can make surprise visit to the point to make sure it's cashless. Number 2 is to sensitize the public that we have moved cashless, and in case, including even the staff, the collection team, the revenue team, that in case you are caught with the case of cash collection, these are the repercussions. You may face suspension and also showcase, together with the enforcement team that I intend to form, to make Meru cashless, because unless we go cashless, we tend to lose a lot of cash. And then also, in the era we have today, is the era of ICT. And I intend to also integrate that with the hospital and other collection revenue streams. I intend also to improve the payment of the bursaries. Yeah, instead of delivering the check, you just press the button through the bank, and then your beneficiaries from your ward, from the various schools, they just check from the bank. Those are just but a few among many. I want to answer the issue you have talked about, the human resource management system. What I know about it, there was a recommendation from the controller of budget because of the escalation of the wage bill. And they requested first we need to do a report on the staff. And the control of budget recommended the human resource management system. And through budgeting, we were able to budget. Unfortunately, I left the department before the procurement. So I may not know, because I'm not currently the CC Finance, maybe the one who is there can answer that. Same case to fleet system. There was also a query for the fuel, even from the audit. And that's how it was recommended we do the fleet system. And the budget was done. Also, unfortunately, I left the department before the procurement. I'm not sure whether it was procured or not. For the silver sprint, there was a lot of allegation of fuel. That's why we decided to change the fuel from initially we were in rubies. Now there was a decision to change and to procure. And it was procedurally procured. And by the time I left, the procurement was done in the right procedure according to the Procurement and Disposal Act. And the payment was done, and even now, because I use the county government vehicle, we use the total. However, another one shell was ended. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, Honorable Karim Kiringo.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I have two questions for you, Monica. You have been the CEC Finance before. You went to lands, now you're back again. You've already mentioned from your comments that the previous regime did not allow you to do 1, 2, 3 things. I believe there's a goodwill from the governor. Your docket is quite massive because it includes economic planning and ICT. So what are you planning on the ICT level? Because I know the Communication Authority of Kenya has done its role probably in fiber optic cables, even in the most rural areas. And we believe some classes don't, some schools don't even have classes. And I remember in 2013 when we were voting Uhuru and Ruto, we voted for them because we knew our children will get laptops. So what are you going to do in your docket to help the ICT sector? Because I believe that's the future. And not only in the high schools or campuses, I want to know what strategies you have even on the primary level or even in the ECDE level. That's all. The second question to you is, will you be compromised by anyone or anything? Because I know you have friends who probably have promised you or you've promised each other things. I just want to know, is it your personality to be compromised? Because if the finance department fails, then Meru County fails. So that's all. Thanks.
Thank you, Honorable Karimi. Yes, Monica.
Thank you, Chair. Answering to Honorable Karimi. Okay, the integration of the ICT, how to help the schools. From the many projects I've handled, especially in the last department, I've learned the power of multi-agency implementation of anything from the one to go to the end. This is a step that we need to sit down together. We need to form a committee, including the representative from the schools, the county assembly, and the executive, to brainstorm on the way forward because of the
I'm Wonderful Kangwana from Mauawant. I wish to ask the CCM nominee. First of all, let me congratulate you for being nominated to be among the executive in the Meru County government. So there is some queries from the executive side of government. That is the staff who are complaining that where you are the CCM finance, you orchestrated the script of interest in the offices. So they have been running without interest for all those years. And now I want to wish you to clarify on that, because they have been complaining over that you orchestrated that the description of the interest in the offices. The other thing, if it is true, of which I believe is, if we are in the same position, how would you run the office without interest, because it is needed for service delivery? That when those queries were raised to you, you answered that you are saving for the county government so that the county could get enough money for development. So if it happened, how much did you save for the county government and that development which was achieved during that time? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Meru Kangwana. Yes, Monica, and you be brief in your answers.
Okay, thank you. It is not true. Going to the records, up to October when I left the department, the staff were paid interest for the office and even for the PANDMs. Going to the records, because I remember since I left, there has been backlog of interest. Personally, I have strained to achieve. Even doing lunch clinics was very hard. I've gone even to the meetings without interest. But if records are checked, there were regular payment of interest and office interest and the PANDMs. It is up to the date I left. Even the payment of salaries promptly, they were done up to the time I left the department. The only thing I can remember, Mr. Speaker, and thanking even the county assembly, we had a very good working relationship. There is the industrial park that came demanding 250 million. and which we work together with the county assembly, to get especially the budget committee, so that the opportunity, so that Meru could benefit from the opportunity, and there was a slight reduction from the interest and from even other development, so that we can be able to get the 250, so that we can run to the opportunity. And today we have an industrial park that Meru is #1. Otherwise, checking to the records, I paid the staff. I remember even when I was, the last time I got the letter, I worked on, I didn't have any due left. And also,
thank you, then Monica. Yes, Honorable Kaule.
Thank you, Chairman. CPA Monica, there are some questions that might be very incriminating. Some of them are blood issues. Now, should I ask you one question? Will you allow me to ask you a land case?
Yes.
That concerns me in my ward area?
Yes.
Yeah, there is land at Mishimikuru, that is Krimanchoma, which was subdivided without the consent of the inhabitants. That is, the land was divided between the school and the 2 churches. Formerly, I think it was for the primary school. Was there any consent by the inhabitants? Was there any public participation that was that was conducted to allow for subdivision of that land? Because you are the one who did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Akule. Yes, Monica.
Thank you, Chair. I'll answer to Honorable Akule. #1, I met the request, and looking at all the papers, there was public participation that was done, and that suggested the subdivision of the land that was formerly preserved for the school. And I want to clarify that I have been educating people on land banking to avoid just giving lands. So the letter I wrote is not to, it was for reservation. That this total land that was reserved for primary, currently, according to the public participation from the minutes I got, we reserve for school and the 2 churches and the former school also. And the reason, even from the public participation, is that these churches, and everyone knows about the mainstream churches, they own a school. Like you get a school, it's core in together. But a reservation is not a ownership. Even right now, because the letter I wrote is for reservation, we can still do another public participation, and the community change and say, we have changed our reservation from the former. We don't want the school, we don't want the 2 churches, we want now to go back to the way it was formerly reserved. Reservation is not, it's just the way you tell your kin, I've given you this land to farm. It's different from giving your kin a title. Because you can change anytime and say, don't farm here again. So it is a reservation and not, if you check in my letter, according to the minutes. But from the complaint I received, it informed me that in the future, any other land I've reserved, I have personally gone to confirm the previous minute done by my predecessors. So even but even the complaint didn't come from the community per se. It is few individuals who thought the subdivision could be done and they benefit. But according to me, I have stood for land banking, no individual giving of individual land or subdividing. And the Honorable Muna here can witness. We have advocated for land banking.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, Honorable Muna.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is about pending bills. We have a backlog of them. And if approved, what do you think would be the best way of dealing with the phenomena that has been bothering the contractors? And question number 2, we have counties that are doing well in terms of own revenue. and Meru County is not one of them. What do you think can be done to increase the own revenue for this county?
Thank you, Honorable. Yes, Monica.
Thank you, Chair, Honorable Speaker. Answering to Honorable Mula, pending bills. I tried when I was there, and when I go back, I'll do the analysis again. And the best thing is to budget. The budget that already we do together with you, and I know we'll be collaborating a lot, especially with the budget committee. We shall have a plan on how to pay the already pending bills and avoiding pending bills in the future. How do we avoid pending bills in the future? Is by sticking to the budget. And coming to your second question, improvement on the revenue collection, because most of our pending bills have been arising by us collecting less. When we collect less and we had already used the proposed budget to procure or to do business, whatever we have done. So the best thing will be to improve on revenue, and I've talked from the above that I will work on cashless collection and have a team of enforcement for revenue collection. And also, we have a lot, of course, at the beginning, we will have to have a training, a refresher training of the system. First, I will come and see to what extent the system have been implemented. What are the gaps? What brings these gaps? And that I intend to do in my 100 days.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, Nathan.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. My question goes to Monica. As you know that the finance bill that we are using in Meru County government is 2019, which means we are 6 years behind. What are you going to do about the same? Are you going to bring us the finance bill 2025, or how do you say about the same? Thank you.
Thank you, Frida. Yes, Monica.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Frida, before I left, I forgot to say I had left and draft for financial bill just before I left, but I know there could be, okay, the issue of the budget, I think is the one that has limited the CC Finance to continue working on it. Also, it's in collaboration with the valuation role, and last I checked, we've been working this in lands, but the issue also with the budget. So I intend now to complete the process and to begin the process of the evaluation role. Currently, we have negotiated with the Food and Agriculture Organization. They have promised to help us with the evaluation role, but also they require our co-funding. And that's where even the issue has been. So I will put it in the budget for the financial bill so that we can complete the process, because it involves us doing a lot of public participation for validation. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, Honorable Gilles Kambura.
Thank you, Chair, for giving me this opportunity. Congratulations, Monica, for getting an opportunity of being a CC. We've attended you here again. My question is, you have been working with the former regime, and now you are the next regime governor, whereby there were a lot of problems and a lot of up and down, and you are there. Will you be honest to this government and appreciate all the honorable members and also work of the community and the businessmen, community groups to improve their living, or will just revenge? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Gilles Kambura. Yes, Monica.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Honorable Kambura, I won't revenge, because even from my first track, you know, I've specialized in finance, and even after being moved to lands, I humbled myself and I've performed and I've delivered. So even now, I will focus. I'll focus and deliver
for the Meru County, and I promise from my first track, I will work hard, and I will work together with the members of County Assembly and every other stakeholders, especially the partners, and also to support our Governor, Honorable Reverend MUTUMA to Edingia. That's the only way I can say thank you to this committee, to the people of Meru, and even to the Governor by performing and delivering. I believe in action is the game changer.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, Aaron.
Thank you, Chair. First and foremost, let me also congratulate the nominee for Finance, CPA Monica, for the nomination. It's not automatic. My query is very simple on the same nominee. I would like to know, we understand that the monies that are collected from various institutions, that is the hospitals, they are used at the source, and we understand that the managers of those finances, there are people of bonds that some of them expired. We would like to know what measures you are putting in place to make sure that the FIF that is being used at the source, they are used wisely and well to benefit the people of Meru. Number two, CPA Monica, we would also like to know what measures you are taking, especially in our markets. Like my one is inhabited by the biggest markets within the county, and I understand there's a lot of revenue that is collected there, but the accountability, it's not as we would wish to have it reflect. So we'd like to know what measures you will take to ensure that these funds are put in best use. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Aaron. Yes, Honorable CPA Monica.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Harun, the use back of the money in the hospitals, it's a matter of internal control. I'll tighten the internal control, and also by requesting reports from the accountant, and also making sure that I have qualified accountant. Yeah, and also regular reporting. And also I will put a percentage, like I'll say this percentage to be used for revenue, for recurrent, the other one for development. Yeah, I will tighten the internal controls. And you have asked about the market. Still, the reinforcement, and also like I've said, sensitizing even the market and even the citizen, that we have now moved cashless and no one should be paying cash, so that all the money is going to CRIF. Then from there I'm accountable. Even you can come and say, I want to know how much you have collected from my market. So I will recheck also in the system how effective, because currently we're in the era of ICT and real time. The system, I'm sure, it has all these features. So you can come and sit down and tell you this was the market, and also reporting.
Honorable Chair, you know, the reason why I'm asking that, we grew bananas in my ward, and in fact they don't do cashless. Most of them, I don't understand, because most of the traders there, they'll tell you that the machines are not, but those kind of misreporting, and you must check on those things, because automatically there are changes there, because the number of bananas that are collected, it is very difficult for you to do the verification to confirm the same, so that they can match and tally. Thank you, Chair.
And I take the challenge, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, Honorable Bioki.
Thank you, Chair. The Department of Finance is the mother department, or rather it is the common denominator for the other departments. But through my own observation, and even the observation of some other members, there is a lot of discrimination in terms of the implementation of the budget in those respective departments. It is like there are some departments that are perceived to be more lucrative than others. I will give a case example. For the last almost 2.5 years, there is no single ECD class that has been completed in any ward. And in every financial year, we are allocating money for the ECD classes. To put up an ECD class currently require around 1.3 million. But for a standard loan, you would need at least around 4 million. But in every ward, loans are there, water pipes are there. So what is this so unique that you discriminate the very department that is fully involved in terms of budget implementation?
Thank you, Honorable Mbioki. Yes, CPA Monica.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. As Honorable Mbioki, you know, the making of the budget is not by one entity. It's not for the executive only. Even the county assembly is involved. So here I promised I'll work together with you because you have you are the one who listen to the resident or beneficiary or our Meru people more than I. So we will work together to balance the budget and to address and to prioritize together. Also, I know our governor, Honorable Reverend MUTUMA is in goodwill and in supportive. So that one is something we work together and see what comes first. Now we can say now for the last 2 years or 3 years we have worked so much on roads. Can we now look at the ECD classes? And now together we will balance together with the budget committee. And I will be strict in the implementation. Especially now we are doing the itemized budget. Yeah, you can strictly itemize that class in your ward. And I want to promise, I will, like I did before. Like I did before, Honorable Mbioki. I promise to implement the budget and to put measures to control the implementation.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Congratulations, Madam Kadhono, for your appointment for your nomination in this position.
Thank you.
And know you have done a lot, even in the position that you are right now. I have only 2 questions. One was asked by Muna, and I'm not going to repeat about the pay bill. Then the second question, there is a requirement in the county budget that you have 70-30, that is the development and recurrent, and that one is becoming an elephant in this county. So what are you planning about that so that you can have 70-30? Another one, allow me to ask you a question in the department that you are, that is the land and fiscal planning. Madam Kadhono, there is a plot number 316 in Kisima Maritaji, and I'm very sure that you know that plot number 316. That's plot under an issue since the time of Munya, and by the Glabas and the community. And the Glabas and tried the land since the time of Munya to get a physical plan so that they can develop that land. Munya did not give them. It came to the time of Kaleto. Kaleto did not give them. But it came to the time of Kawela, and you are the CCM in that department. The department went ahead and designed that physical plan. And the land was given to the Glavas, and they had that opportunity to do that land, and that land was divided. That has been done in the time of Kawela, and you were the CCM at the time, and they have planned since the time of Kaleto, since the time of Munya. Munya did not, Kaleto did not, but at the time of Kawela, that's the time that those Glavas and an opportunity to get that land. Maybe you can react on that.
Thank you, Honorable MUTUMA, the leader of majority. CPO Monica.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable MUTUMA, you begin with that. This one, 70-30. Yes, it has been, it has trained us. But in lands, even when I was in finance, I tried. But in lands, I've learned the power of partnership. So I will work hard and also support our governor, who I've seen for the few days as really trying to get partners, to get more partners who can give us more development, and this one will boost our 30%. If we get more partners giving us more for development, we will. The other one is the revenue, which I know it is the one that is going to give me sleepless night. And I am committed. If our revenue go back, and then I also strategize and in getting more partnership, I know we'll get there. And also working on the wage bill. And another achievement I didn't talk about, when I came, the wage bill was in deficit of 2.5 months. I was able to reduce to 1 month. So I knew within the next month we come up to date, then we will be able to go back to our 30%. So I will also work together. Those three strategies, the wage bill, the partnership, and the revenue. Come to the land for the Kisima you are talking about being grabbed. Personally, I didn't sign any subdivision. Personally, you could not get any, I didn't sign. And there's no land that can be regularized without the signature of the CEC land. And I personally gave an order for none of the activity. I just told them to stop doing any fencing until we get all the documentation and we handle the case, which I wrote the letter to the national lands to clarify, because they are the ones who are deregularized, because it was regularized before I came, to give us the status. Why? Because according to us, we didn't see the process that was used for regularization. So I questioned the regularization because they came with the title deed written their names. So it is not me who signed. No. And the work of the planning it's delegated to the physical planner. And now when someone comes with a title deed and say this is my land, subdivide, so personally they came with a title deed, and I questioned the authentication of that title deed, which up to now I've not got a response. But I'm happy because with the sensitization we did on the public land grabbing, the resident has also been helping us in stopping further grabbing. And I believe the matter is still in court. I've not got any proceedings on what happened after both the community and the grabbers went to court. But from my side, I didn't give any authority.
Thank you, Monica. Read the majority. Are you satisfied with the answer?
I'm okay, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Read the minority. I close with you. Let's us have that one question from Martin, and then you close for us. Martin.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. So, mine is a simple question to you, Madam Kadhono. So, you remember there is this case regarding the Gitumbi land at Timao, the 8 acres. So, I got an information that the court order had already been given to vacate those who are residing in that land. So, what really happened? Were you unable to relocate those people, or were you unable to evict them from the land? Or what can you say about it, or what has been plans about the Gitumbi land, the 8 acres?
Thank you, Honorable Martin. Yes, CPA Monica.
Thank you, Chairman. Honorable Martin, I've worked so hard in following the land, and also in asking the National Lands Commission to come in our aid, and we did a whole day visiting. I've also worked in collaboration with the CECM lands like Hipia, and until we resolve the issue of the boundary and they agree the land belongs to Meru. And I wrote a letter to them telling them, because now the NLC gave us a go ahead to use the land. And I wrote a letter to them that we are not regularizing the land to you, it is Meru County land. However, they went to court again. and we are given an order not to do anything to the land until the hearing is in the month of early June. And you know, when you are given a court order, I consulted our legal, you cannot go ahead. But what I know, the land belongs to Meru County, and it could even be bigger than 8 acres. And we are ready with our surveyor, even in collaboration with the Laikipia. My colleague from Laikipia sent the surveyor, and we went, but we were stopped. We even had askaris, but they said now with the court order, we can't enforce. But I want you to be rest assured from all the facts, the land belongs to Meru, because they were given a temporal ownership and it expired. And the Meru County is not going to renew. And I don't think even those who succeed me in the lands, they will also continue with my adjudication for land banking. Land banking in Meru is very important. For example, now when we had the industrial park, if we didn't have the land, we wouldn't have somewhere to. And further, there will be further developments coming to Meru. So it's good even for Meru to have preserved land for future development, even for our future generation. So I would tell you that case wants no water, according to me. It belongs to Meru County. And if they claim it is Meru County, unless now has Meru County, we decide to give them, to regularize, to them, which I don't think is,
Thank you, OCP Monica. Mokiri, open the order for Monica, then we get the last question from Honorable Mwanda Ithire, the leader of minority.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Madam Governor, congratulations for your nomination.
Thank you.
You served as a CECM Finance for a very short time, and I know you had intended to serve for 5 years. So are there some policies that you wish to implement that you never implemented in that time that you served? And if any, which are those policies that you wish, if we approve you, you will implement in the period that is remaining before the 5-year term ends? Secondly, are you aware that there are some M-Pesa agents at the revenue board offices whereby when people go to pay for revenue, they are asked to withdraw the cash, and yet we are going cashless? Are you aware whether there are those M-Pesa agents? And if you are aware, is it okay for us to have them in those offices? Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mwenda, the leader of minority, SCPA Monica.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Mwenda, leader of minority. Yes, there are policies I left pending. For example, I had copied my colleague from Muranga. Their system, they had improved their enterprise resource system, that even the request for payment was done, they had done away with the manual, so that where I'm seated, if you ask me where is my payment, where is the payment, this payment, I can tell you it is with the accountant, it is the high B. So I really looked forward to also digitalizing our payment process. And it's happening in all government agencies nowadays. In fact, the issue we are talking about, having revenue agencies, people withdrawing, you can see even from the e-citizen, there is nothing you can do with the cash. So that's where we need to go if Meru has to grow, especially in terms of revenue, and if we are to avoid issues of having our budget pending bills. So especially the issue of the pending bills, I really wanted to have a policy that anything not in the budget, and also to be having a timely making of the supplementary budget. So those who are the policies. I also and the policy of it's not policy really, but I felt our staff needed fresh training to catch up with what is happening in other counties, for example, like the one I've copied from our colleagues. Not much, because I'd already begun. The major one was the cashless, the other one was the pending bill, and the other one was on the staff improvement and motivation, which I believe once we do the budget together, we will put that in place. You have talked about the revenue agency. I've heard the rumor, so I can't say it's true, but I've heard the rumor. It is not good, like I've said. Even if you go to the e-citizen, there is nothing like that. Even in the national hospitals. Currently, everywhere in Kenya right now, people have run away from the cashless in government offices. Of course, the other man practice went behind the scene.
Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable Leader Minority.
Those M-Pesa agencies, they are there. And I have the evidence that they are there, Waziri. So once we approve you as a county assembly and you become the CCM finance, make sure you do a follow-up. Yes. So that you understand where does that money go, the money that gets withdrawn from there. Thank you.
I promise.
Thank you. Monica, I have one question for you. When you give out money for project for ECD centers, you give it in cash. The neighboring school or the school where the ECD class is being built sources for the contractor. And number two, when you go to our health centers, the county government procures or the Department of Health procures the contractors for the construction of any facility in the dispensary or the health centers. And giving my own example, when I was the MCA for Abodo Central, we did 2 dispensaries where we were giving the committee money to source for their own labor and supervise. Then we did another 4, whereby now you are getting the contractor from being sourced by the health department. And in my own observation, where we are giving the money to the committee to source for the labor and manage, we were saving more money vis-a-vis whereby the Department of Health hires contractor for a dispensary. And when you ask that question, you are told it will be going to be an audit query. I believe the money for ECD comes from the Meru County government. The money for the dispensaries, the health sector, comes from the Meru County government. How does this become an audit query in the other departments where we are supposed to give money to the committees to do the construction, and then it does not become an audit query when you give the money to the same committees now to manage the construction of the ECD classes? Because in my opinion, then both the committees for ECD, both the committees for the health centers and the dispensaries should be able to get the money, because by doing so, then you save a lot more, and then they are able to be left with money to do other projects. What will be your take on that?
Thank you, Chair, Honorable Speaker. What I know, every department has its policies. Like I know the ECD classes, okay. I didn't go deep in it, but I thought on working with the committees, it was a policy that was approved by the assembly, by the county assembly. That's my thought, and that's why it has been implemented like that, and which can either be changed still through the same process. For the health department, if we feel that, or we see that we are losing money by using the normal or the department to procure, we can still, through the county assembly, recommend for the hospitals and dispensaries to be built through the committees. However, I have not done thorough analysis on that, to understand the technicalities, because I know the committee will sit together. I don't know it's something it's a food for thought for me. But I also know those things have been done different, and my take was that how there was a policy that recommended for the committee to be implementing or doing the procurement for the classes. And the health now, they are reluctant, not any change on now adopting the same, no, unless the recommendation is done. I don't think it's a one, and I may not for now say which side am I. I need to analyze the two and see where we are saving and it's benefiting our people more.
Thank you. CPA Monica, what will be your parting shot?
My parting shot, first is to thank God for this opportunity. Yeah, I believe, and also to thank our governor, Honorable Reverend MUTUMA, for nominating me, and the member of County Assembly, especially this committee, for vetting me. I will also not forget the church, the body of Christ in Meru, the bishop, the pastors, the reverends, and all men and women of God who have been praying with me and praying for me and wishing me well since I joined Meru County. In fact, I started working with the church from 2013. So I thank them for their prayers, and I will request if you can give me the opportunity in this Department of Finance and Economics and ICT to complete what I began, and also to deliver because I feel I left unfinished work, and I want to promise to work together with you, and like I have done before, like I've delivered before, I promise to deliver and to engage together, to build Meru together. So my kind request, you consider me for this position.
Thank you, Monica. We have listened to you, we have heard you, and of course the committee will retreat and make a decision. So, Honorable Sarome, ensure that she gets back and document and also escort her. And don't leave the bottle of water, that one belongs to you.
Thank you.
It's free of charge.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable Mbioki, please ensure that Monica is safely escorted.
Je, unatafuta elimu bora yenye ujuzi wa kipekee? Karibu Meru College, chuo kinachoongoza katika taaluma mbalimbali. Tunasajili wanafunzi waliopata C kufanya diploma, D kufanya certificate na waliopata D minor na E kufanya artisan courses. Jisajili leo ili upate kufanya courses zifuatazo: School of Accounting and Business, School of Engineering, School of ICT and Computer Science, School of Education, School of Cosmetology, Caregiver Training, Driving courses na zinginezo. Wanafunzi wetu wamekubalika kufanya mtihani wa NEC, SIDAC na ule wa NITA. Tunajivunia vilabu na jamii za wanafunzi zenye msisimko zinazosaidia kukuza vipaji vyako, uongozi na mtandao wa marafiki wa maisha. Wahitimu wetu ni vinara katika sekta mbalimbali, wakiongoza na kuleta mabadiliko makubwa. Kwa maelezo zaidi, piga simu kupitia 0721 152 709 au 0741 871 257 au tembelea website yetu ili uweze kujiunga nasi. Meru College, skills to go places. Nwethiritwo gichwana aria ukagura mabati ya kuimba nyumba yaku na style rio kwenda. Duralong Mabati Factory Limited turiaje ni ondobu waku. Nitwendagia mabati ja rangi mwanya na ja mithemba mwanya ta Duralong Tile, Box Profile, Durahome kana corrugated, Duralong Roman Tile na magori ja kuguna mukojo waku.
Beta wa Muthomi kuma Duralong Mabati ni operations manager arengende quality control officer. Duralong Mabati tubwetha cia mabati ya mithemba mwanya mwanya na rangi mwanya mwanya. Kuna rangi ya blue, charcoal grey,